Hi, it's Jeff Cable, and today I want to talk to you about retouching photos. Simple retouching, nothing major. A lot of people say, well, if you take a good photo, it shouldn't need any retouching. Well, that's nice in theory, but typically every picture I take needs at least something to finish it. So I want to show you what the process I go through, just minimal things to take a good photo and make it better. So what we're going to do right now is just do some minor retouching on an image, just to show you how a little bit of work can make a good image a little bit better. So let's just take these images here that I shot on a photo tour in Cuba. I'm going to take this image of this farmer. I'm inside a Photo Mechanic right now. I'm just going to hit E to edit, and it takes me right into Adobe's Camera Raw. And looks pretty good. Let's hit Auto. This is what I usually do. And I'll say, what does Photoshop think? That's not great. So I might go back to our default. I'm going to go ahead and brighten this up just a little bit. I like my images to be contrasty, so I'm going to add some contrast. See the difference here and darkening that a little bit. My highlights look fine. My shadows, I'm going to increase the shadows a little bit. So if you look at the face here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the shadows up just a little bit so we can see a little bit more into his eyes. And you'll see if they're down low, it's really dark. I don't want to brighten it too much, but just a little bit so we see a little bit more of his eyes. And I'm going to actually, let me zoom back out for a second here. I'm going to adjust the vibrance and pull that up a little bit to see the greens a little bit more. Now, why am I pulling the vibrance versus the saturation? Saturation affects skin tones, and I don't want to mess with his skin tone. Now, looks pretty good. I'm going to go up here to our effects, and I'm going to add a little bit of a vignette, just a little bit like that. I hate it when I see people doing like super heavy vignette, but just a little bit darkening on the edges. See how it's just subtle like this? Just a little bit to draw the eye into the center. Now I'm good to go. Now, everything looks pretty solid. There's not much to change except for you see this one fly or whatever this is right here. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to go over and I'm going to hit my J tool, which is my spot healing brush. I'm going to come over here, one tap, and it's gone. There's a couple other marks here I'm going to get rid of. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, there's another one right here. Let's go ahead and take that out. See if there's any other spots that are bothering me here. There's one I just see here. These are probably flies or something in the background. And all I have to do is just click on them, and Photoshop is smart enough to know to get rid of them to match the background. There's also a spot here on his jacket. Sure, why not? Let's take that out too. I'm just clicking on these things. And I don't want to go too crazy here, but just to show you that's that easy. And I don't think there's anything else I want to change to this. Now I'll go ahead and do a save as. I'll save this file as Photo Tour, and I always do edit, dash, save it as a JPEG, and I'm done. Boom, there's my completed project. See, there you go. Simple modifications that can make a big difference. Give it a try and see if you can take your photos from good to better.